All right, here we are, getting closer to November the 2nd. Going to have a big old turnaround in Jackson and DeKalb County. Talking to people yesterday, and people are coming by and calling. Did get to see a summit, I guess, yesterday that was interesting. I was having to go to the courthouse. I'm getting off subject here, but I'm going to ramble a little. It's good. I like to do that. Going to the courthouse and passed by the legislative delegation office, and there was 12, 15 big SUVs sitting there. There was Butch Taylor and Lowell Barron, and they were having a summit. Boy, they were having a summit. So it looks like the incumbents are uncomfortable. Or is it uncomfortable? Maybe they're both. Uncomfortable and uncomfortable. I've got something I guess I might as well go ahead and give to the incumbents. Jesse James didn't get caught the first bank he robbed. So that's something I'd like for the incumbents to remember about this campaign. And today is the 7th day of October. And I'm speaking that to you today. And you put that in your mind and in your heart, and you remember what I said this morning. Jesse James didn't get caught the first bank he robbed. Now, 2 or 3 things that I would like to go back over just a little bit. We've created a card here to help educate people how to do a write-in vote. I didn't know it was as easy as it is, but when I called the Secretary of State, he sent me the card or how it would be done, and it's real simple. The write-in is already on the ballot for every category, all the way down. So all I've done here is we just taken a picture off of it, and this is the one for the state representative district number 23, and it says vote for 1. You have John Robinson, Democrat. You have an arrow. You have write-in right there. If you write in Bob Starkey and complete the arrow, then that vote will count. It'll kick it out into voting machines as a write-in, and then those will be counted separately. So any ballot that has a write-in on it, according to the Secretary of State, that it will kick it out, and then those ballots will be counted. So it looks like it's very simple to do, but most of us have never done that. So that's what we're producing these cards. So one thing I wanted to bring back up today is we're going to have, I guess I call them rallies. We're just going to have a get-together on Sunday afternoons. I'm thinking about, I've been saying 2 o'clock. If you can't get here till 3, that'll be fine, because a lot of people go to church and then go out to eat. We may ought to move it till 3. Let's just do that. If you get here early, we'll have some pumpkin pie or something. But let's go ahead and change that. I don't know whether I guess it may be on the schedule on the website, but I'll make a change on that. I was thinking about that yesterday. If people want to come down from Sand Mountain or over toward Gurley and be here, we need Fort Payne people. If they're coming, give them some time to have their lunch. And probably what we do is, if you would, is wear some walking shoes. We're going to walk 7 times around the parking lot, and we're going to proclaim victory, and we're going to take the oppression off of these 2 counties, and in Jesus' name, we're going to do it just what David did to Goliath. He said, you know, with God, who can lose? So God wants us to take this back over, and what we're going to do, and what I was going to talk about this, is we're going to have the stones that you can pick up your stone to hit Goliath and knock him out. And then on election day, we're going to cut his head off with his record. So come by and get the stones, and we're going to have these in packs of 100. And what we're going to ask you to do is sign up for 100 of these, and ask you to give 10 to 10 friends. Explain it to them and ask them to give the 10 away, and explain to people that there can be a write-in, and perpetuate this thing as fast as we can, because there's a lot of people that don't understand that. I didn't know how to do it either, but they've made it very, very simple. So, but we just need to let people know, and people that would like to get on this side of the fence, I'm asking you to not vote for me if you have Lowell Barron's vote on the ballot. I don't want that, but if you're voting for Shad McGill, I'd certainly like for you to write my name in as House of Representative member for the 23rd District. And we'll go to Montgomery, and we'll do a good job, and we'll come back, and we'll take care of the money. We'll put, I'm a little technology guy, a little bit. We'll take everything that's spent, every dime it comes in, we'll put it on a website. We'll show the debit just like it was a bank account. We'll show we took the money in, and every disbursement that'll go out will be done every week on a website. And we'll show that. We'll try to have reasons for every dollar that we put out. We'll have meetings where people can come and ask for anything. I don't really understand all of that. I've never given money away. I've always had to make it and give it to people to give away. But I'll learn, and I'll try to be very efficient at it. So Shad and I are good people. I met yesterday with the candidate that's in the 22nd, and he's a fine man. He really impressed me. We met for a while yesterday afternoon. I feel like the three amigos, or whatever it was, I think we can go and represent you better than you have been represented before. I think he will beat Butch. I think Butch has been there too long and done too little. Butch doesn't even get his name in the paper, and John. They think they've got you votes bought so much that nobody will even run against John, and then against Butch they think that they've paid enough fire departments money, and it seems like they don't give them money until the year of the election, and then here comes the money. I found that out yesterday. So apparently the machine thinks that that they've got that one. So if you notice, in all the newspaper articles and all of it, Lowell Barron gave it. Wow. The way I understand the legislation, I could be wrong, is it's the legislative delegation gets the money, not an individual. But even the superintendent of education, who should be a very educated lady, in a newspaper article that was huge in the Daily Sentinel, said Lowell Barron gave us $10,000. I'd like for her to correct that. I don't think that's true. I think the legislative delegation allocated some of my power bill and your power bill money back to the schools. So how did she get so confused? Shouldn't she have been thanking me and you for paying such a high rate and so many power bills instead of Lowell Barron? What do we got going on here? I don't think I'm outraged. I'm jacked up a little. I guess if we had a kickoff right now, I'd be ready to strap it on. But come down Sunday afternoon, 3 o'clock, this Sunday, be the 10th. Now that's when I want to start this. 10, 10, 10. An awakening. We're going to rename the highway across the mountain to We Woke Up, or We Awoke. However the English teachers want to do it. They got a college right there. We can get them to phrase it. We Woke Up Highway. So that's the first bill that I'm going to introduce if that's how it's done. Act, bill, or whatever. And we're going to have that changed. We're not going to spend any money on new signs. We're going to take white tape and put it across there. And we're going to have it printed on that white tape. We can do it on a computer, print it on there. It'll last for a while. And if we have to, we'll put it back out there after it. But we're not going to pay labor to buy new signs and build new signs and do all that. We're just going to go right over the name that's on there. And we're going to put We Awoke, if that's proper English. But we've got plenty of English teachers out there. They can get that phrase straightened out for us. Get the Stones, Sundays. If you can't get here on Sunday, if you're working on the weekends, on Tuesday nights, we'll meet here at 7 o'clock. Wear some walking shoes. We're going to walk around the parking lot 7 times every week, twice a week. Our victory walk. Okay? Cards and stones. Now, I'm going to read this, and this is going to be on our website. And I talked about it a little the other day, but I didn't put the verses. But I want to go ahead and get this in it right now. When I asked the Lord what I should put my hands to when I awoke or dozed off, the destitute and needy came to my mind. And when I opened the Bible that was laying on my chest, I opened it straight to this. I thought in Proverbs 31 was about the virtuous woman. That starts in the 10th verse. My eyes went right to number 8 and 9. And here's what I think the mission of us right now is to do. Verse 8, 31st chapter of Proverbs. This is Solomon speaking to us. This is a wisdom book about wisdom and how we should live and what we should do. Here's what it says. Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute. Verse 9. Speak up and judge fairly. Defend the rights of the poor and needy. That's my mission. That's my mission in this campaign. That's my mission in this life. I thought when I read that 4 months ago, that was talking about people that might come up and need help on paying their water bill or something like that. But I believe that last weekend before last, that this became bigger than that in my mind. I am to be part of a movement, the Rip Van Winkle movement, to speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute. Speak up and judge fairly. Defend the rights of the poor and needy. We need a lot of people taking these. We need you to take them to 10 people. Let those 10 people, if they want to come back the next week and get them 100, if they've got another 10 people that they'd like to share that with, this is our movement right here. This is the campaign right here. Okay? Low cost, low budget, action. Get a lot done with a little. I'll read you later on one of my favorite statements that I've ever heard from any politician. I read a little bit about Calvin Coolidge, and he was probably my favorite old-time president, and Ronald Reagan is my new hero. But Ronald Reagan took a lot of things from Calvin Coolidge, and I think Calvin was maybe some of the things I've read about Reagan are the things that Calvin Coolidge did. Coolidge stopped the police. Reagan stopped the air traffic people. They had a lot of similarities in their administration.